There was an Arab customer, we thought he was pranking, but to see that's one of the hottest sellers, why don't we add a layer of some sort of a chocolate on the bottom? This is the problem with Suhail. He's very hard to tackle. As founders, we take it to ourselves, even though we have a team that's looking into it. The Nutella and cheese inside the crepe, we train them, we enhance them, we give them confidence. Where we come from is we can't just sit back. You like the experience working at Crepe, Rana? We're playing with food, so you can't with food. We might have lost the sale because parents focus on the kids first. This is the price you have to pay to perform at this level. We are here at the Bambalapitiya Crepe outlet. I had to do a quick taste testing, a little bit of sampling because we are looking at constantly enhancing the menu. So yeah, this is the behind the scenes. Samad, what are we trying to launch here?
Biscoff latte.
Not good, right?
No, it's not blended well. We need to blend.
Why did you make your face like that?
It was very bitter.
Samad is
But
not
the taste goes well. Huh?
used to drinking coffee without sugar. He always adds sugar.
Really?
Just because he made the face like that doesn't mean the product is shitty. What he meant was, it was lack of sugar, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see.
Just that it hasn't mixed.
Yeah, it has become solid. I think you'll have to mix it and then give the flavor.
I think cheese and Nutella also will go well. We'll see how it goes. Just trying a few different flavors, but sometimes it could be weird for certain people. But like certain people love Marmite and stuff, so cheese and Nutella also would go well. We'll see.
That was inspired from one of the Arabs way back in time. I think on the food truck days. Back in food truck days, there was an Arab customer who used to come and ask for chocolate and cheese, and we thought he was pranking. But to see that's one of the hottest sellers in the Middle East. So that's when we got to know that okay, it would be a great add-up. But at the food truck times, it wouldn't have made sense because most of the customers were just trying to get to know the product. So now I think we're trying out the Nutella and cheese inside the crepe as a topping. Let's see if it comes out well. You already know if it makes to the menu. So before a new product makes it through the main menu, it firstly comes as a seasonal menu where we just have it in our X stands and the POS screen. Once we see a substantial growth or demand on that product, we integrate that into the main menu because there is a space constraint. We can't always add tons of products in the menu. So we review what works and what doesn't work, what sort of a sentiment is behind that menu. Maybe it might not perform, but it might bring in a segment that could complement. For an example, we have the cornflakes crepe with chocolate. It's not a top performer, but when a family comes and if there is a kid in that family, the mother will surely go for a crepe that has, let's say, something healthier option. So then they would go for a cornflakes chocolate crepe, and then the parents and the other family members would go and try the other crepes. In case if we didn't have an option for the kids who are mostly into cornflakes but not heavily on chocolate, we might have lost the sale because parents focus on the kids first end of the day. And if that kid is not having an option, then they might walk out and maybe it'll just be their first visit and it won't be a recurring one. So we have to be very thoughtful when we engineer a menu. It has to make sense to all the customer segments that we are trying to target. So these are points that you won't get anywhere. So make a note, and if you are running a restaurant, try to play around with your menu, but not always. Play with your data, see what performs and what doesn't perform, what will bring in more access to the customer segments that you are trying to cater to. So think about that. What are we making here, sir?
We are making the
Biscoff latte.
Yeah.
So make sure you grind this. I've got someone here. What's your good name?
Hi.
Hi.
My name is AJ Lojan.
Okay.
I am coming from Hatton.
Hatton, wow. What's special about Hatton?
We have some hotels.
Okay.
Then we have some waterfalls and temples. We have lots of things.
Okay. How many days you are here for?
I came for 1 week. Now work was fine.
You like the experience working at Crepe, Rana?
Yeah. I don't have any experience. This week only I get lots of experience of crepe runner. Anyways, thank you for crepe runner.
Okay. First time inga varakolla enna nenicheenga neenga?
This time நான் வரக்குள்ள கஷ்டமான வேலைன்னு நினைச்சேன், பிடிச்சுக்கொள்ள இயலாதுன்னு நினைச்சேன். பட் இங்க வந்தோடனே அப்படி இல்லை. இருக்கிறவங்க எல்லாம் எங்களுக்கு வந்து எல்லாம் பழகி தரனால எங்களுக்கு கொஞ்சம் பிடிச்சுக்கொள்ள இயலுது.
Right. Okay. Thank you. We give opportunities to people across Sri Lanka. We train them, we enhance them. them, we give them confidence. End of the day, that's what brings us together at Crepe Runner, trying to inspire the youth of Sri Lanka, not just in Colombo, but every part of Sri Lanka. And this keeps me up every day. On the contrary, yes. Yeah, product is ready. Let me try it out.
How is it?
Why don't we add a layer of some sort of a chocolate on the bottom?
Corn chocolate?
Yes, it gives a flavor something similar to a protein shake.
Yeah, but don't you think chocolate will overtake the Biscoff?
No, a little bit of chocolate. So then once the Biscoff kicks in, the person might also get the flavor of the chocolate. Because there is texture, we need a little bit of flavor. Why can't we add chocolate?
If we add chocolate, the flavor is obviously going to get diffused. Chocolate, it's very strong. Biscoff is very mild.
No. Why don't you give it a shot? I know what you're trying to say, but try to give it a shot. This is the problem with Suhail. He's very hard to tackle. Well, he has his justifications, so this is how we fight and try to, get the best out of us. So we had an issue. First 2 months, we launched a new seasonal product that was very viral. The sales shot up beyond the expectations, but then again it came down to constant. What happened really was due to space constraints, multiple seasonal products coming in. Sometimes the top performers put to side to give prominence to the new seasonal product. The right way is to make sure that we don't compromise on the top performers, even though we have our seasonal new wins. So we'll have to find a balance where we don't play around with the minds and eyes of the customers, because once they are used to a particular product, we better have that in a proper space where they come in and they remember there's a top of mind recall as well when they see that. What happens is what demand that we have created might slowly diminish. And that happened. Best part is we'll never let that happen because of the constant reviews and monitoring that we do to make sure that we don't drift away. So we are here today to understand, we have the data with us to understand what's going on, and we found the real issues, and now we are having some actionable insights here. We'll make sure that we fix them soon and pass the task to the team. Because here, what happens is we on the field really rectify problems in first hand, and then we pass it on to the team, and the team takes on from there. Yeah, exciting times. What I meant by we first hand look into problems and then pass it on to the team means that these are audits that as founders we take it to ourselves, even though we have a team that's looking into it. So there is another layer that we have added. We do ghost shopping, we make sure we keep testing and keep our team on our toes. So when it comes to data, we on the top make sure that we sit with it and keep on understanding patterns, trends that emerge out of it, and we take the first step obviously to mitigate those issues and constantly keep pushing. So what happens is we do have an audit team, quality control, compliance and whatnot. Where we come from is we can't just sit back and let certain things take its shape, but we come in and we also get into the playing field and perform equivalent to whoever is performing. We go above and beyond to understand what really can happen. We have multiple scenarios with the experience we bring in. It becomes a very collaborative thing. So our team has more access to individuals like us, and we constantly keep iterating for the best of the organization. And it never stops. End of the day, no matter how many awards you've won, how many years you perform in the market, every day is a new day. Every market is like living organisms. This is something that I always tell. So customers evolve, markets evolve. So if we don't evolve, that's going to be a problem. So this is exactly what we do. It's not everyday thing, but we have our schedules. We come by and follow them, and we make sure that team is exactly on track. As I mentioned, another layer to make sure that things are in place. It's not micromanaging. We're playing with food, so you can't with food and services, because customer is always the king. No matter how many customers you serve a day, from the first customer to the final customer, you can be tired, you can do all that, but customer walks in as a fresh customer. So your service, your product has to be constant to all the customers, no matter what. this is the price you have to pay to perform at this level. Or you can just chill and, you know, do your sales and pay your salaries and do all that, but you will just be a mediocre brand. So these are the scenes behind building successful QSR brands, whatnot. So keep following me, watch my YouTube channel and press that bell icon so then you are notified whenever I publish a vlog. Till then, adios.
Fame, like a god. Oh yeah, honey's just a fame.